Now, the issue of housing affordability is a huge one, and many people were looking at this budget to see that there might be some good outcome. It's been dogging the government for months. Last night's budget includes a plan to allow first home buyers to pay extra into their super, as we mentioned, and to help them fast-track saving for a deposit. So, how do home buyers feel about it? Will it help them? Our Consumer Affairs reporter Amy Bainbridge joins us now from a cafe in the Melbourne suburb of Bentley, which is a must-move-to suburb these days. Good to see you there, Amy. Good morning.
Good morning, Virginia. You're right. Yes, about 15 kilometres southeast of the CBD. We're at the Humble Creatures Cafe, a new business that's been operating here for a few months. Small businesses, of course, mentioned in the budget last night, but we're talking about the incentives or the measures to help first home buyers get a leg up in an overheated property market, mainly, I guess, in Sydney and Melbourne. And joining me this morning to speak about that is Sam Lally, who's a buyer's advocate and helps first home buyers get into the property market. Sam, good morning. What did you make of the, let's firstly talk about the savings incentives or savings schemes where first home buyers can put some money into super and receive less tax?
Look, I think it's one of those features whereby you give people more money and they're going to spend it. So I think it's, if you make it easier for people to get money, is the same as giving it to them. So I think it's more so going to just fuel the market more so than anything else, unfortunately.
So it could actually have the counter effect of pushing prices up.
Yeah, I believe it will.
Okay, but I guess conversely we've got the incentives for the downsizers to sell up and move to smaller properties. What will that mean for the market?
Well, look, I think that's good, but it's I suppose that's also a case of where the property is located, what they're downsizing from, how much the actual overall cost of changeover is going to be. In fact, there probably should be more stamp duty relief for the downsizers because changeover costs for $1 million plus properties can be in excess of 100 grand.
There were some other measures as well, limiting foreign investments in new developments to 50%, and also the new land release in Sydney and Melbourne. We're in Melbourne. About 6,000 new homes on old defence land in the suburb of Maribyrnong, which is on the other side of the city to where we are. What did you make of that? What will that mean?
Well, look, that's also good, but it's only 6,000 homes. There's a lot more buyers in the marketplace at any given time than 6,000 people. And it's only in one market segment. So you've got people who might not want to live there or might not want to buy there. So where do they go? What do they do? They'll be still trekking out to the outer. If they want to live in the east, they'll still be trekking out 30 k's to the east. If they want to live in the north, well, again, it's a case of where do they want to be and how much can they afford to spend. So one market segment's not going to do much.
So a really mixed picture there. Sam, thanks for your time this morning.
Pleasure.
Sam Lally, a buyer's advocate with 20 years experience in the real estate industry, Virginia. So a bit of a mixed picture there for those measures announced in the federal budget for first home buyers last night.
Yes, indeed, Amy, and I guess really surprising to hear that in his view that this actually might end up pushing up prices in some respect. That's not what the government's going to want to hear. So we'll wait and see some analysis. Amy, thanks for that. Amy there in Bentley, which really is a big growth area in Melbourne. It reflects a lot of other places around the country, the major cities, where people are pushing out to, not too far from the city, trying to keep a foothold there, but going where they can afford it.